Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success Mentorship Class number 349. 349. And we're near the end of the year. As a matter of fact, I have a major announcement today. We are 60 days to the end of the year. So between now and December 31st, we have exactly 60 days to create our lives the way we want them to be. And that's huge, folks, because when we think about that, that doesn't seem like a lot of time. And what it lets us know that 10 months have already gone by. And once these 10 months have gone by, interesting things happen. Number one, they're gone forever. And number two, they're gone forever. But what we know now is that we have the ability to create the life exactly the way we want it to be, in the way we want it to be, seeing it the way we want to see it, doing the things we want to do, and having the things we want to have. That's a great power. How do we exercise that power? Certain things we have to realize. Number one, that nothing is impossible. That was our message last week. Nothing is impossible. And number two, we just have to dream big enough. And that's our message for today. We have 60 days to the end of the year, and we're going to make these 60 days the most impactful 60 days of your entire life. As you know, our talks are based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And we are, as of November 1st, we have the Success Mentorship Network. And I'm going to put the link in the chat. But now we'll have a website where you can access all of the talks that we have, along with the conversations that we have after the talks. So we're setting up for a beautiful day. Let us get started with a meditation to put us in the proper space, proper place in time and space. Just close your outer eyes. Open your inner eyes. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And in the space of peace and relaxation, I am at peace with myself. Let us affirm that together. I am at peace with myself. Let that peace sink in. And in this peaceful state of mind, our minds are open, receptive, and ready to learn. My mind is open, receptive, and ready to learn. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And so it is. There's a quote that Oprah Winfrey said. She said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. That is amazing. That is amazing because, okay, let's see. Our internet just went funny there. Interesting. So that's an amazing thought because what it says is Your dreams have within them everything you need, everything you want to be, everything you want to do, everything you want to have. And when we look at a dream, what is a dream? We often think about a dream as a series of images and thoughts and emotions that we have while we're sleeping. Stephen Richards said something very powerful. He said, to dream by night is to escape your life. To dream by day is to make it happen. And so when I talk about dreams, we're talking about affirmative dreams, not the dreams that you might say passive dreams. When you go to sleep at night, you don't know whether you're going to dream or not. It's like luck, potluck circumstance. But when you dream during the day, you dream with the intentionality of making whatever you want to do, be and have, whatever it is, making it real. So if we look at a dream, I like to think of another definition of a dream as a hope or an aspiration, something you wish to achieve, something you wish to experience. And that thing that you want to achieve, that thing that you want to experience, is really based on your thoughts, your choices. You choose to dream big, or you can choose to dream small. Why not dream big? Why not dream big? Dream big, dream dreams so big that you can change the world. Why not dream dreams knowing that nothing is impossible? Think about the dreams of people like Gandhi. Gandhi dreamed of a free India, and nobody believed in his dream but him. Look at Dr. King. He dreamed of a free America. Nobody really saw the dream but him. So when you think about big dreams, these are dreams beyond yourself, beyond ego. Any dream that only involves you and what you want personally, things that are ego centered, is not a big dream. You have more than that. You have a greater capacity than that. God did not put you here just to have a nice car and a big house and an estate. There's another reason for your existence. And so the thought, of course, is, well, why do people dream small dreams? And there are three reasons that people dream small dreams. Number one is fear. Two, doubt. And three, indecision. They cannot make a decision on what they would like to be, do, and have. We have a number of people in the waiting room. Wow, it's really lighting up. Well, great. Thank you for coming. So let's look at fear. Why would you let fear force you to have small dreams? Well, you have fear of failure. Many times the last times you had a, a task that you wanted to accomplish and you set out to do it and it didn't work. You have fear of fear of success. There's some people that get so focused on what they're doing right now that they never think of a bigger expression of themselves. We can be so involved with survival that we never think of thrival. So fear can make you have small dreams. Doubt. Doubt kills big dreams every day. And the reason is that doubt is centered on a feeling inside, a feeling of unworthiness, of inadequacy. One of the things about walking on the coals with Tony Robbins is you get a sense that you can do anything. You overcome doubt by action. And one of the reasons he has you walk on the coals is that most of us fear fire, and most of us doubt that we can walk across 16 feet of hot coals. But once we have done it, someone once said, everything is impossible until you do it. Once you walked across those coals, now you understand that fear is an illusion, that doubt is an illusion, that you have the ability to do anything you can see, anything you choose to do. There's also a spiritual aspect of doubt. When we talk about, this is not about religion, but we talk about Peter walking on water with the master teacher. And he goes out and he walks on the water, and all of a sudden, he doubts. He looks down and he sees I'm walking on water. Oh my goodness, that's impossible. And he sinks. How many times do we do that? We're right in the middle of victory. We're right in the middle of doing exactly what we said we wanted to do, and we let that little seed of doubt creep in. The master teacher talks about the allegory of, he says, if you tell this mountain to be cast into the sea and doubt not, then it will happen. And so the spiritual, really, implication of that is that nothing is impossible. That whenever we look at a goal or a dream or something we want to be, do, and have, we look at it from the perspective of our present level of consciousness. But to dream gives you the ability to see beyond your present level of consciousness to the infinity of possibilities. So when the world said to Roger Bannister, nobody can run a 4-minute mile, and when they documented that by all kinds of explanations of the dynamics of the knees and how the muscles work, that the human being, that is impossible to do that. And it was, until he did it. And we look today now, we have high school kids running a 4-minute mile. And so doubt is that inside feeling of inadequacy and unworthiness. And then we have indecision. One of the reasons that many of us aren't where we would like to be is because we can't make a decision to go for it, to do whatever is necessary to get where we want to go. That's huge, folks. Because that's really saying that your big dream is only one step away from wherever you are right now. We can put ourselves in this prison of small dreams, and we can stay there until we choose to change. So how do we get out of the prison of small dreams to go into the mountain of big dreams? Number one, an attitude adjustment. Got to change your mindset. You change your mindset so that you look at fear as dress rehearsal for success. So there's no longer failure. It's you either you win or you get a lesson. You look at doubt as something that does not exist. Doubt is no longer in your mind. You always have that can-do attitude. Whatever it is, I can do it. Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Whatever you think you can do it. And then you get out of that indecision, realizing that indecision is really lack of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So when we can't make a decision to go for it, to do it, to be it, to have it, it's because we don't have faith in our own ability. We don't have faith in the process. We don't have faith in the Creator. The moment we can center on faith, strengthen our faith, nothing is impossible. And so now as we face these next 60 days, we have so many incredible things that will be happening that will change your life forever. What are the 7 steps to dreaming bigger? And I want you to take notes because we get so accustomed to accepting what is, as we say, survival, that we can forget the potential of what can be thrival. So let's look at these seven steps to dreaming bigger and incorporate them into our lives. The number one is to realize that we are created by an all knowing source, God by whatever name, for a divine purpose. God does not create junk. Everything in the universe is created for a purpose. You know, on the East Coast, you have these things, cicadas. They're almost like a type of beetle, and they make this loud noise. And every 17 years, they appear. And I mean, they're everywhere. Then they disappear, and you don't see them again for 17 years. Why is that? When God created them, they are created for a purpose. We don't understand why they appear every 17 years, but I guarantee it's meaningful. And so when we look at ourselves, we are created in the image and likeness. In other words, we have the power to do the thing that God does, which is create. That's the creative process. So once you realize that you're created for a holy purpose, for an important purpose, for a destiny that's necessary, then it changes your outcome. When Muhammad Ali used to say, I am the greatest, he was affirming it in his mind, but he had no idea. I don't think so. I think Ali saw himself greater than anyone else. But as he grew into that statement, I think he saw an even bigger vision. I just remember the whole world watching him as he lit the cauldron at the Olympics. I think in the Olympics before this one. And so you're created for a divine purpose. And that means now that your circumstances don't define you because you're created by a God that says you have something important to do. The Creator gave you three powerful gifts, three powerful talents. One is life itself. You know, there's that spark, there's that moment between the time the baby's in the mother's womb and the time he takes his first breath. So, first, that spark of life. The second is breath. Breath. The Indians, breath is prana, energy. That from the time you receive the spark of life, breath means that you're constantly breathing, taking in energy and expelling energy. And you're given time. And so when we look at our dreams, everything we do is in the context of life, breath, and time. And so we manifest those dreams based on what we do with the time we have available. So you are created for divine purpose. Number two, you have to make a decision. There's 60 days left in this year, and you can do nothing. You don't have to do anything. You could do absolutely nothing, and trust me, those 60 days will go by. But life is very fair, very harmonic. You get the results of your efforts. And so if you do nothing, those of you who are listening on Instagram, on Facebook, on our Zoom mastermind group, if you do nothing, nothing will change. If you do nothing, then the world mind basically takes over, and whatever the world has in store for you, that's exactly what you get. And so you make a decision to dream big. Even if your circumstances don't validate it. You know, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So whatever's going on in your life right now might not validate, it might not really validate where you say you want to be. But faith is saying, hey, though you see no evidence of it, you stay focused on it. Where focus goes, power flows. Sometimes you may be in the pig pens of life like the prodigal son, and there's a statement that says he came to himself. That if you're going through some tough times right now, some situations, you come to yourself and realize that you were created for a good, important purpose. And then the prodigal son said something very powerful. I will arise. And that says for you to dream big dreams, you have to do something. You have to arise from wherever you are right now in your consciousness and go to that higher consciousness, that source from which you were created. The third key to dreaming big is to clarify and crystallize your decision. So once you've decided, let's just take a very simplistic situation. Person says, we always talk about six-figure income. I want to create a six-figure income, and let me say it respectfully. Let me not say it disparagingly. I want to create a six-figure income. Well, you have to clarify it. You have to write it out. What is that vision? Write the vision, make it plain. When we read the Habakkuk, one of the shortest books in the Bible, it says, write the vision, make it plain, that he may run that readeth it. Though it may, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. And what this is saying is this: if you have a dream, a vision of what you want your life to be, that dream alone provides the vibration, the seed to make it manifest. Has nothing to do with reality, has nothing to do with limitations. In other words, you don't have a vision without a provision. You see, any vision that you have has an energy associated with it. And under E equals MC squared, energy, vibration equals manifestation, mass times the speed of light squared. So just the simple fact that you have a vision now means that the corresponding manifestation of that vision is there. And you go for it by having faith, by not fearing, by not doubting. When you write that vision statement, and Herman is the vision guy, and anyone who's been outrageously successful will tell you the importance and power of that vision statement, that vision board. That the more and deeply you can see the vision and smell it and feel it and touch it, the more power it has to manifest in your life. Has nothing to do with the size of the vision. So dream big. Step 4. And this one is critical. Review and read your vision statement 3 or 4 times a day. Of all of the requirements for creating your dream, that is the simplest one. And that is the most difficult one for most people. I love my coach, Dave Smile. Coach has a nice write-up for what he says to himself every day. Based on, I have a write-up for what I say to myself every day. That when you have this vision of what you want your life to be, this big, big vision, and you write it down and you read it over 3 or 4 times a day, you are programming your mind. You see, the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between reality and a lie and a truth. Whatever seed you plant in your subconscious mind is going to grow. So if you have big dreams and you write it down and you read it over 3 and 4 times a day, and I'll give you a secret. You have to schedule when to read it. If you don't say, I read my dream over at 7 a.m., at 12 o'clock, at 7 p.m., at 11 p.m., if you don't schedule the time for your dreams to be read over, for your vision to be read, it will not happen. Step 5, use the power of visualization. You see, this is one of the powers that we have that connects us to infinite intelligence. Visualization, and especially we did a talk on creative visualization, the ability to guide your thoughts, to guide your visions, and let it grow. Once you climb the mountain of realization and you look around, the one thing that you see is the next mountain. And so when you see yourself as though you've already realized that vision that you see creates a vibration that helps it manifest in your life. That's what the laws of success are all about. These processes just as certain as gravity. You jump out this window, you're going to the ground. When you have that vision and you hold it in your mind, in your consciousness, that seed will grow. And that is how you can do the impossible. Step 6, take action. Everything we said has absolutely no meaning unless you do it, unless you take action on it. Action confirms everything you thought about. Action confirms that you are created for an important and a holy purpose. Action confirms the decision that you've made to go for it, no matter how big it is. Action confirms that vision that you said you want to realize and become. Action confirms the fruits of your reading over and over every day. Action confirms what you see as what you want to be, and a daily method of operation. Those of us who are in marketing and network marketing, direct marketing, what a time of marketing, your success or failure depends on what you do every day, your daily method of operation. If your daily method of operation is not effective, if your daily method of operation is non existent, nothing happens. Not that you want to happen. What happens is what the world has for you. And so that daily method of operation, I recommend it in chapter 7 of the 12 Universal Laws of Success, the law of action. And it talks about a daily method of operation, how to do what must be done consistently to get what you want to get, to be what you want to be. And then finally, step 7 is to recognize that it's an evolutionary process. I was watching, that movie, Doctor Strange. I love movies like that. And Doctor Strange, he was talking to one of the student who was further ahead, and they were talking with the master teacher, and he said, like, well, how do I get these powers? How do I? She says, you practice them. And so a powerful realization is that this quest for your goal, this quest for the vision, to realize that vision, that big vision, requires consistent action and requires that you realize that it's an evolutionary process. And so it's not built in a day. But if you hang tough and you keep doing it, the more you do it, the better you get. When your affirmation is every day and every way, I'm getting better and better, and you incorporate that into your process, nothing is impossible. So let us wrap up today. Is it time to dream big dreams? Absolutely. Absolutely. Get away from small dreams. Overcome fear of failure. Overcome fear of criticism. Overcome doubt by having total faith in yourself. Overcome indecision by committing to go for it. By having that total hunger that nothing will stop you. Did you get out of that prison and you go for it and you want to dream those big dreams and you follow the steps to dream big dreams, knowing that the fact that you dream it is enough to make it happen if you follow the process. You can't have a vision without the provision. You can't have a dream without the possibility of manifestation. So realize you were created for a divine purpose. And the fact that alone that you're alive means that you have important work to do. And you are not defined by your circumstances. Make a decision to go for it. That once you decide that I am here for a divine purpose, to make a decision to manifest that purpose in your life. To clarify and crystallize the decision by detailing the vision of what you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to have. Always realizing you got to keep practicing it every day. To review and read your vision statement over at least 3 times a day. I recommend 4. You know, in the Muslim faith, pray 5 times a day at certain times. That may be the magic number. Pray. Read your goals 5 times a day. Read your vision 5 times a day at specific times. See yourself as though you've already achieved it. See it, feel it, smell it, touch it, and then take action. Daily action, intentional action, disciplined action, and keep going and growing. When you can do this, you have everything you need to dream big dreams, bigger than the obstacles that block your way, bigger than the criticizers who say you can't do it, bigger than the world barriers that are put up that are just stepping stones for you to see further and to do more. That when you can do that, when you can dream big, when you know that the bigger the dream, the bigger the life, that the choice is in your hands to go for it. So that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is. Just take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Thank you so much for being with us today. 60 days are left in this year. We are working hard to help you make these 60 days your most powerful 60 days in your life. Those of you on Instagram, on Facebook, please share this broadcast with at least 3 other people. Like it, comment, and share it. Stay on the path also and look out for the Success Mentorship Network. As of November 1st, as of yesterday, we're setting up the Success Mentorship Network where you can access all of this information at your fingertips, and you'll learn more about that over the next few days. But whatever you do, always know that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is.